Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have milder conditions out there this morning, but with breezy winds out of the west to southwest this morning, we're seeing wind chills still in the 40s. So temperatures in the mid 40s with those wind chills in the lower 40s. Still not very warm out there, but warmer than we have been seeing the last few days. We'll average out partly cloudy today, seeing mostly cloudy conditions this morning into the late morning hours, and then this afternoon we'll see more sunshine as a weak area high pressure starts to build into the area. Looking at our conditions across the Mid-Atlantic region the last 24 hours, yesterday was a very cold day across the Mid-Atlantic region, seeing temperatures for highs in the 30s. And that was during the late afternoon into the evening hours we saw those highs yesterday. Richmond saw a high of 39 degrees. Here at Wallops we were 34 degrees. Seeing those morning temperatures in the 20s with wind chills yesterday in the teens, so a very cold start yesterday morning, but seeing that warm up during the afternoon slightly, and then we didn't really see our temperatures fall all that much last night. We had a weak clipper system moving north of the region, allowed for our winds to turn more southwesterly, and with those southwesterly winds, seeing our low temperatures just below freezing across the Mid-Atlantic region. Dover was a cool spot at 27 degrees, and they did see some snowfall, one of the reasons they did see a little bit cooler temperatures. Here at Wallops we were 30 degrees last night. As I mentioned, we did have a little bit of precipitation across the region. Dover at 2/100ths of an inch, Baltimore at 1/100th of an inch. Here at Wallops we had a trace as well as Salisbury. And those traces last night were around 10 o'clock with some snow showers moving through. Didn't see any accumulation across the region with those surface temperatures just around freezing as was expected last night. As of 9 a.m. this morning, we were seeing anywhere from cloudy skies across the northern portion of the Delmarva Peninsula to sunny skies across the Tidewater. Here at Wallops we were mostly cloudy with 45 degrees as of 9 a.m. Looking at our sounding from 12Z this morning, our freezing level is at 4,600 feet. Our winds out of the west-southwest at the low levels at 35 knots, and they continue around 35 to 45 knots up to 9,000 feet. And once we get above 9,000 feet this morning, continuing to see anywhere from a west-southwest wind to a westerly wind, and seeing our jet really moving through the area with strong winds in the upper levels at 128 knots at 25,000 feet. Looking at our 12Z surface analysis from this morning, as I mentioned, we did have that weak clipper system moving north of the region, currently north and east of the Delmarva Peninsula, and will continue to move off the northeast coastline for today. We'll have a weak area high pressure ridging in the Mid-Atlantic for late this afternoon into the early morning hours of our Friday. That's going to allow for us to have cold temperatures tonight, lows in the 20s, so it will be much cooler than we saw this morning for our Friday morning. Looking at our surface temperatures this morning with our observation chart, we're seeing temperatures rising, as I mentioned, in the mid-40s, seeing a west-southwest to west wind across the region, and is quite breezy out there. We do have a wind advisory currently out for winds that are greater than 25 knots, seeing winds just around 25 knots most recently in the last hour. We'll continue to monitor the winds, and if they do die down just a bit more, we may be able to cancel that wind advisory during the late morning into the early afternoon hours. But overall, we should see winds becoming northwesterly this afternoon and gusty at times, especially during the early afternoon, seeing gusts up near 25 to 27 knots during that time period. You can see out across the western portion of the Mid-Atlantic region this morning, we do have winds out of the north to northwest, and with some cooler temperatures. That's not going to allow for our temperatures to get all that warm here at Wallops today, as we'll have colder air moving into the region. Still seeing temperatures warming into the upper 40s, so around average for this time of year. Our prog charts the next few days. Here's our Thursday PM planner. You see that area high pressure starting to nose into the Mid-Atlantic. That's going to give us mostly sunny skies during the afternoon today. Looking at our Thursday night planner, we'll have that area high pressure continuing to nose in the region with cold temperatures overall for our Thursday night. And looking out for our Friday morning, we'll have a upper level disturbance starting to move towards the region. That's going to allow for a weak area low pressure to develop off the Carolina coast, and that weak area low pressure will move just east of the Delmarva Peninsula for our Friday afternoon, possibly producing a few snow showers across our region. And here's our Friday PM planner. This prog chart really doesn't develop that low very much at all, and I'm not expecting the low to develop very strong as it moves off to the east and along the Delmarva Peninsula coastline, but we'll be having a chance for those snow showers, especially across the central portion of the Delmarva Peninsula tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours. And continuing on to our Saturday, we'll have that weak area low pressure moving well out to sea. We'll have a area high pressure that's going to be moving in from the west. It's going to provide us with low seasonal temperatures, but overall tranquil conditions for the first half of the weekend. Looking at our risk chart for today, we're going to have those winds above 25 knots this morning into the early afternoon hours. Looking at northwesterly winds peaking around 29 knots, and then this afternoon we'll see northwesterly winds 13 to 18 knots, gusts to 27 during the early portion of the afternoon, and then we'll see our winds starting to die off out of the northwest at 10 to 15 knots during the late afternoon. Seeing our high temperature today around 48 degrees. That most likely will occur before noon, and then we'll see temperatures around the mid to upper 40s during the early afternoon hours today as that cold front moves well east of the area and allowing for some colder air to get into our region. Our overnight low tonight will be around 26 degrees. Cooler spots across the north and central portion of the Delmarva Peninsula. Salisbury could be around 24 degrees tonight, so a cold start for your commute tomorrow morning. We'll be tranquil out there though, with just some upper level cirrus cloudiness across the region, maybe some mid-level cloudiness as well for our Friday morning. Our winds will be fairly light tomorrow morning as well, with winds out of the north to northeast at 5 to 10 knots. And we will have green conditions from this evening through tomorrow morning. As of 10 o'clock this morning, we do have a scatter deck at 5,000 feet, a broken deck at 8 and 9,000 feet, and a broken deck at 25,000 feet. Likely scenario from now until noon, we'll start to see more partly cloudy conditions with no ceilings. And then by this afternoon, we'll just see a scattered at 4,000 feet, a scattered at 25,000 feet, and in a likely scenario, we have mostly sunny conditions during the afternoon hours. Move into the time period for tomorrow morning, looking at a scatter deck at 4,000, broken deck at 15,000, broken deck at 25,000 at Friday 8 o'clock a.m. It's going to be averaging out anywhere from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies for our morning conditions. Our tides are currently normal, and for Friday into Saturday we'll have mostly cloudy skies Friday and cold temperatures. We'll have a chance of a snow shower during the late afternoon evening. Little to no snow accumulation for our Friday. We'll have a high of 38 degrees. Looking like if there is any accumulation, it'll only be on the grassy surfaces and the car tops for our Friday afternoon. Possibly a dusting in the Salisbury area as surface temperatures will be a little bit cooler up there towards freezing, and maybe a little bit more precipitation across the central portion of the Delmarva Peninsula. But this system will be very weak, moisture starved, so in any case doesn't look like a lot of snow accumulation if it does occur. We'll have a yellow for our precipitation on Friday. Friday night we'll have partly cloudy skies and cold temperatures. Have a midnight low of 29 degrees, and temperatures will actually rise into the lower 30s during the overnight time period on Friday. And then on Saturday we'll have mostly sunny skies and chilly conditions. We'll have that area high pressure in control of our weather with a high of 46 degrees. Looking at our next 7 days, we're going to have 48 degrees for a high today, 26 for a low tonight. Friday we'll have those possibility of scattered snow showers in the afternoon, a high of 38 degrees into the evening hours. And then for Saturday and Sunday, looking like we'll have fairly seasonable conditions, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies on Saturday with that area high pressure over the area. And then Sunday we're going to have a weak disturbance trying to move towards our region, but that area high pressure should allow for any rainfall that's trying to move towards the area to dry up before it gets to the Delmarva Peninsula. Looking for mostly cloudy skies. Cannot rule out a sprinkle late Sunday. And then Monday we'll have warmer conditions with a warming trend for Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-50s on Monday, and Tuesday we'll see the warmest of the next 7 days at 60 degrees. And from what we've been seeing recently, that 60 degrees will feel quite warm for our Tuesday. And then Wednesday we'll have a little bit of a cooler air mass moving into the region. We'll have temperatures in the upper 40s So about seasonable for this time of year for the middle portion of next week. That's going to complete the 10 a.m. weather briefing this morning. I hope everybody has a great day. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 and at 10 a.m.